welcome to another episode of In the Maze, sponsored by PJC Hub and the Urban Music Festival, powered by, as you know, Multimedia Maze. Today, we have a special addition to the show. Oh my God, this guy is one of the greatest guys that I've met, and he's going to tell you how we met him. And then I'm going to share my story behind that also. Welcome to the stage, none other than the great Jacob.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you for coming out. Thank you, man. How your day going?
I'm doing great.
All right. Doing wonderful. Listen, the first thing I want people to know about you and us is how we met. And I'm saying that because what I'm looking at is how God intertwined people into your family and into your spiritual family. It's one of the greatest brothers. Tell them how we met and how long ago it was.
Yeah, it was last year, 2024, in the summertime, and I was performing at Six Flags over Texas in Arlington. It was very hot. It wasn't the best paying gigs, but you know, me and my friends, we just thought it would be great publicity, and we wanted to try and have some fun together on that stage. And then I ended up running into Jonathan, and we connected, and we've been working on some stuff here and there since. And I'm just really happy I got the chance to meet him and work with him.
Thank you. Listen, it was wonderful. Listen, speaking of Six Flags, Arlington. When I moved up here to Dallas, Texas, about 4 or 5 years ago, one of the first things I did was get me the Diamond Elite Pass for Six Flags. I don't even know if they had it no more, but I'm under the grandfather clause, so it still applies to me. And that was one of the greatest passes that they had. And so then I got the family together. We my wife, my grandchildren, we go out to Six Flags. So we get into Six Flags. One of the first things we do with that Elite Pass, you get 2 free meals. And so the first thing we do when we hit the gates is we go through straight to get that first meal. Because you eat your first meal, then you got about an hour and a half before you can get your second meal. So as soon as we hit that gate, we're going to get our first meal. And so on the way to the first meal, that's a special spot that we go to. And when we was walking to the spot, all of a sudden we heard some music. We was like, where's this music coming from? So we kept walking down, and right where we go to get the restaurant where we get our food from, we heard this beautiful sound, this wonderful, powerful voice. And then we looked over from the restaurant, and there's a stage. The first time I had saw it, the stage. And then the young man on there and his band, and I'm telling you, they were rocking the house. I'm like, wait, baby. So we got our food. We made sure to go find a seat right over in that area and listen to this young man do his thing, him and his band. I'm telling you, they were awesome. So, of course, we hung around, and then you know me. So where I see greatness at, I want to be a part of greatness and see if we could become a family. And main thing I think about a lot of times, even before I thought about opening Sweet Aroma back up again, is bringing out great artists. And so that's how Jacob and my friendship was born. Jacob, tell me this then. And so I'm going to go back to that day. And if I had something to ask you or look at how my thought process would be, how do this young man, where is he from? What do he do? And what inspired him to do what you do for his music? What started you in singing? Let's go back to the beginning. How did this all start?
Well, I come from a musical family. Both my mother and my father, they play musical instruments. It's really interesting because my dad's from Mexico, and he plays like Mexican cumbia, norteño music. And my mom's, she's from Detroit, but she moved to Dallas, Texas when she was really little, and she grew up on Southern gospel. She loves Gaithers and any sort of, Christian music. So I get a very wide variety and eclectic taste of music just from my parents. And honestly, I would watch them when I was a little kid. I watched them sing, play their instruments, and I was like, I want to do that. I want to be like them. So I would say some of my biggest inspiration is probably my mother and my father. And my mom says I started singing as a little baby when I'd be playing with my toys, cars, whatever I'd be doing, I'd be singing.
Wow.
And when I was in middle school, I started taking guitar lessons. And once I was in high school, I started taking voice lessons. And from then on, my teachers and mentors inspired me to do and be better. And obviously the artists that I look up to, there's too many to name. But, I just have, but I would say probably the biggest ones are my mother and my father. I'm very grateful for them and blessed to have them in my life.
I'm telling you, and I love that. And first of all, you being able to play and sing. Now, that's because some people I can find, they can just play. And that's what they do. They get in church band and get in a band, and that's all they do is play. But you're blessed to play and sing. Now, did anybody ever try to discourage you from doing both and say, you need to focus on this or focus on that? You can't have the best of both worlds.
I got a really funny story for you, actually. So when I was in middle school, I was in a band, just with some friends of ours. And, we were all cool with each other, friendly. And so in that band, I was always kind of like the odd man, the small man out. And what they would do is they would put me on whatever instrument had the least fun part. So if it was like the bass, you're just going to play one note the whole time. Like, Jacob, you're going to play bass. If you're only playing one chord the whole time, piano, Jacob, you're going to play the piano. I was like, okay. If you're doing something really boring on the drums, Jacob, you're going to play drums. If you're doing something really boring on the guitar, you're going to play guitar.
Man.
And so, but what they didn't know
come on now.
is that they were getting me comfortable with playing different instruments.
Wow, look at that. There. Look at God. Come on.
And so, obviously, I was the best singer of the group. So even if I was playing the boring instruments, I was still singing. And so I would get comfortable with playing different instruments and singing on different songs here and there. And that's kind of how it grew out to be. And then obviously in high school, I went to a special school called Grand Prairie Fine Arts Academy.
Okay.
There were so many different musically inclined people, very artistic people, and I would just watch them play different instruments, and I was like, how do you do that? How do you do that? And I would just pick their brains, and I would, try to emulate stuff that they do. And then as I got older, I narrowed it down to piano, guitar, and singing. That's like what I do best. But I'm never scared to experiment and try different things with different instruments. So I just love music. I just love it. Yeah.
And to me, it's and even saying that, the deeper part to me is that look at how God had that thing go to where people was throwing you like almost like a Jacob story. They was throwing you to the side, throwing you here, getting rid of you or whatever, and look at the bounce back. Look at the bounce back. Yeah. And not even the bounce back to be vindictive of mad toward others, because what it have brought is a true blessing on your instrumental skills.
Yes.
I'm telling you.
Know. Yeah. Neither did I, but I'm always a team player too, and that's why I like to serve wherever I can be. I work at a church, and I always say, if you need me to sing,
come on now,
the big solo, I can do that. If you need me to pick up some trash,
come on
I
now,
can do that. So I just want to lend my talents, my gifts to help serve others. That's what I really am big on.
I love it. One thing that I want you all to see and feel from the different people that I've interviewed is the spirit that they hold. So that's what Sweet Aroma is all about. Bringing people together and bringing groups together. That's dancers, that's poets, that's mime dancers, spoken word artists. Anybody that God brings me across that brings that spirit to the world. And that's why I call it a sweet aroma. So bringing Jacob, bringing Tell Him King Said It, bringing OG Carl Williams, bringing John Taylor, bringing Mary Murphy, bringing Prince Camp Jr. And I can name on and on and on at the artists. And this is the first one that we're bringing. But that's the type of spirits that I'm looking for. And you got to remember this. When people are out and about, whether you're in a grocery store, whether you're pumping gas, whether you're just on your job, keep your spirit right. I always know people are watching. When I met Jacob, he wasn't having a bad day at all. I'm telling you, it might have been hot out. But Jacob was doing his thing. So much so, he said what's hot. Now think about this. Even though it was hot to him, he worked in the spirit so much that it caught the attention. It caught my attention and my family's attention. And now we're sitting here. So that says, even when the sun is beaming down on you, keep on going. It's a message in there. So these are the type of artists and great people that I'm bringing out to Sweet Aroma. And I thank them for their spirit, for being a part and wanting to be a part of Sweet Aroma. Jacob, tell me this. Now, in what you do, tell me of a time that you felt discouraged and almost felt like giving up.
I would say two that come to mind. Mm-hmm. I think like during the year of COVID, I was, 19, 20 years old. And for anyone, not just musicians, but for anyone, that was a tough year economically. I think as the world, we felt it. Mm-hmm. And
yes.
I didn't have a lot of, connections at the time, a lot of job opportunities. So during COVID, I didn't even have the chance to teach. I mean, we're talking like zero income out of zero, And it's like, well, should I not pursue music, and should I, do another thing and just music be a hobby? But I wanted to make music my profession because I love it and I feel that I'm good at it, and I wanted to stick with it. And, I just waited, and once, COVID died down, slowed down a little bit, we just had to be patient. And after that, I started to get more opportunities, whether it be teaching, performing here and there, and I just took any performance opportunity I could get, and, stayed close to my friends and family because they were also trying to plug me up too. My friends and family are very supportive of, like, hey, I heard of an opportunity, you should try this out, you should check this out. And I was just doing whatever, getting my hands on any opportunity I can get and being responsible with it, trying to make the best impression that I could. And that really it showed me that hard work and determination are really important to whatever dream you have. You can do it. You just got to be patient and stick with it. Over time, you'd be surprised where it takes you. And then also another big one that it really discouraged me. There's a casting process for The Voice, and I almost made it on The Voice.
Wow.
There's like 5 rounds before you even get to Hollywood and television.
Wow.
And I made it to the 5th round, and it seemed as if they had accepted me. And then I get a call about a week and a half later, and they're like, NBC had to make some more cuts, and you're a part of that.
Wow.
And I was like, you just told me, I got in and everything. And it kind of ate at me. It made me a little insecure. Like, why was I the one that, you cut? But the truth is, from 2022 to 2025, I've met so many great people, and I've gotten so many great opportunities that I might have not gotten if it wasn't for that holdback, So I now am very secure. I have no, ill will towards any TV show or anything. But, understand that my worth as an artist and as a person doesn't come from a TV show.
That's
It comes from the connections that I make, from the relationships that I have, and the fact that, hey, I've turned this into a job for myself and I love it. So I'll take that over a short little TV show segment.
I know that's right. I must say, guys, what NBC didn't take on at that time, we get a chance to experience at Sweet Aroma. And with that said, once again, let's take a quick break.
What's good, y'all? This is Doug E. Fresh saying much love and respect to Multimedia Maze. Got everything popping out here. Keep it going. Keep it going.
Welcome back to In the Maze, sitting here with the great Jacob. Now I want to take it a little deeper. I want to talk to Jacob about where are you at in life at this time?
Man, I'm in a really good place, and I'm very grateful. And honestly, it's kind of interesting. Like, I couldn't tell you what's around the corner. I just feel there's so many possibilities.
Right.
There's so many cool opportunities that can come my way, and I'm just taking it day by day. But I will say I feel at a very good spot in my life and in my career, and I'm excited to see what happens next. Because I honestly don't know what's around the corner, but I know as long as I stay close to God and I keep working hard, only good things around the corner.
I know that's right. And with that said, listen, I'm itching to find out what type of vibe are you going to bring to the Sweet Aroma? And then what do you want the people to take out of what you bring in?
Man, I'm really excited. I can't remember the last time I did anything that was anything remotely close to this. Bringing a group of people in an event that's almost got a party atmosphere, but it's going to be, just a lot of fun. I'm really excited. I tell you, I think I bring a very fun, but also a very really cool, relaxing, and chill vibe, and I think it's going to be fun. And I really bring a very unique musical influence and flavor. I think people are going to be very surprised, because when you first meet me and first see me, I know a lot of people are like, what's this guy doing? And then like I start singing and it's like, he doesn't look like he would sound like that. So I think I'll bring a very surprising and interesting vibe, but it's going to be fun, and I just want to share my music with you guys. And I hope that people can take away never judge a book by its cover.
There you go.
You don't know. I don't even know what's coming, but it's gonna be fun.
Oh my God.
I'm still making the set list right now, so I couldn't tell you what's gonna be there, but it's gonna be good.
And listen, I am excited and I can't wait. Listen, and one of the things that I also want you all to know that, okay, Sweet Aroma is going down, and we're going to take the Sweet Aroma before God. It's going to be a great blessing. But remember this also, that at 7:20, we're having the Dallas Cowboys watch party. So whether you're a fan of the Cowboys or you're not, come on and just watch with us and have a great time. We're gonna lift God up in the spirit, and we're gonna continue that on to the watch party. But we're gonna have a great time. Jacob, tell me this. Tell them this. How can people find out more about you?
Well, if you just look up Jacob Serrano Music on Google, on YouTube, on Instagram, on TikTok, whatever you use to consume media or just, to chill on social media, you can just look me up at Jacob Serrano Music, and you can find me there. And you can look up my music, just Jacob Serrano or JTE on Spotify and Apple Music. And that's where you can hear my music. That's where you can hear me sing. And yeah.
I'm telling you, thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming in and taking the time to sit with us. I cannot wait, and I know y'all can't wait to get a taste of the great Jacob. Listen, guys, Sweet Aroma, December the 14th. Be there. And the old school, you say, or be square. December the 14th. Get your tickets today at multimediamaze.com. Sweet Aroma, and afterwards, 7:20 p.m., the great Dallas Cowboys watch party. You guys are in for a wonderful treat from none other than Jacob.
Mary, did you know that your baby boy would one day walk on water? Mary, did you know that your baby boy would save our sons and daughters? Did you know that your baby boy has walked where angels trod? When you kiss your little baby, you kiss the face of God. Oh, Mary, did you know?